Hello again and welcome to another Warhammer 40k Mordy and Glory 10th edition battle report.
It's 10.
In today's battle we find two classic opponents going up against each other. It will be the insidious Genestealer cult against
The Adeptus Custodes,
Yes! He's back, baby! He's got the t-shirt on and everything. He's going in the golden light. Means more mutants for him to kill. Yeah, buddy! That's right! Custodes, Tom, and all of his beloved annoying voices are back in business.
Yes, the Blade Champion, the champion of blades.
I can see the sub count falling through the floor. For those of you that don't know, when Tom first joined the channel, he got quite a lot of flack down in the comment section for his Adeptus Custodes voice. But that didn't... The Bleed Master, the Master of the
Blade
Bleeds.
Champion, the champion of blades, the master of the martial guitars, slayer of foes, vanquisher of tyrants, yes.
As you can tell, he was not put off. He is a man of singular will. And we thought, now that Custodes have actually had some decent rules shown on Warhammer Community, we'd bust them out for 10th edition. But that's enough madness from us to start with. Let's crack on with today's video and take a look at the two army lists that are going to be fighting it out today. Starting off with the Genestealers, the stealers of the genes, the skulking horrors.
No, my Levi's.
It took me a second to get that. Why am I so dumb? Let's take a look at the people that need no hair products, the Genestealer cult. We are starting off with 3 units of neophytes. Each one of these has got a cult icon, a sergeant, and they're chock full to the gills with all of the special weapons you could possibly want. We've got a squad with 4 grenade launchers and 4 heavy stubbers, which I think is going to become the go-to for a lot of Genestealer cult players. We've then got another massive 20-man squad with 4 flamers, another couple of heavy stubbers, and a couple of seismic cannons because I want to show off the new rules. And then last but certainly not least, we've got another 10-man squad, and this time it's got a couple of grenade launchers, a couple of manning layers, a bit more punch in this unit, and of course, it's got a cult icon. All the squads have got cult icons. Last but certainly not least, we have Bug Daddy himself. It's some kind of brain bug. Frankly, I find the idea of a bug that thinks offensive. But whether you find it offensive or not, it doesn't deny his existence. And this is the Patriarch. Now, the Patriarch, he's not quite as good as he once was in terms of his pure combat output. He is essentially now a big Genestealer, and that's as good as it gets.
Today I have Trajan Valores, yes.
There we are.
The Grand Master himself, the ruler of terror, yes.
Is he like a high captain, is he?
He's, oh God, he's
Does he have a
Captain
rank?
General Trajan Valores.
Captain General.
Lord of Terror.
Admiral General Aladdin.
Aladdin.
That's what I'm calling him from now.
Captain, I think there might be something before it, but it's Captain General Trajan Valores, Lord of Terror, Grand Master of Martial Strategy, and leader of the Adeptus Custodes.
And all-round big dick swinging player.
Do you know what? I would love to have just a t-shirt just full of like all the Blade Champions like names.
Yes!
Just like, that'd be so funny.
We'll get on it.
But yes, Trajan Valores, he's leading the force today. He's a beast. Obviously, he's not got his bodyguard with him. But if you look at his stats, he's got like a 2+ invulnerable save he could pop off.
He don't need no bodyguard.
I don't need no.
Well, we're going... We don't need attached units. Nice.
And then I've got 2 units of Sister Silence. One is the Prosecutors with the Holy Bolt guns. Nice. Yes. And then the other unit is a 6-man unit of girls with big-ass swords.
Nice.
And, oh, mate, they're just cool. The basing is still drying on them girls, but...
Nice.
Whatever.
Very snowy, looking good.
Very snowy. And then I've got
Bit of the old Colombian marching powder put on the bases.
And then I've got 3... Alarus Terminators.
Whoa, the big boys, the Chonka Sons.
The T7 Terminators. Oh, amazing. Death Guard's crying right now.
Every time, all the custodians are all just like Arnie and like, you know, pumping iron, and they're just like, every time I kill Genestealer cult, it's like the feeling of killing the Genestealer cult is better than coming. I am coming all the time.
It's like, to put it in perspective, T7 is what the Sagittor was for the League to vote at.
Yeah.
And you were going to that feels so stupid. Yeah. These Terriers are all T7. Trajan's T6. It's like, oh.
Amazing Trajan's on T6.
Well, he's only got his Ceramite blade. Or,
okay.
You know, his what? I don't know if it's called Ceramite blade. It might be called.
It's golden armor.
Golden something.
Golden. It's sliced of red gold.
Adamantine plate.
Let us know
in the comments.
Let us pretend we know what we're doing and have some community interactivity. Let us know Trajan's full title and the armor of the Custodes. What is it made out of?
Just top comment, just cook.
Oh my god. All right.
But anyway,
this battle port has already degenerated down into the Underhive. Without further ado, let's take a look at the field of battle after deployment and the mission. And here we have the field of battle after deployment. A mob of neophytes cresting the hill, taking the high ground. It's over, Tom. I have the high ground now. And then we've got another big old mob, big chunker, 20 neophytes with stubbers and seismic cannons being led by the Patriarch himself, overseeing this plan of generation in the making. Coming over to the Custodes, we've got a unit of Sisters of Silence equipped with great swords. And are they being led by Trajan today, or is he just
being led? He's just accompanying them.
Like, Trajan, what are you doing? Me? Nothing. Just hanging around.
He's taking his girls out for a meal. Or something.
Ah, nice. He's treating his troops.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job, and then we're taking you to this lovely green planet, and then the genies are like, dead to the oppression. He's like, sorry guys, it's a work outing.
Team building exercise.
It's a team building exercise. I love it. And then we've got another unit of 5 sisters here with the bolt guns. Now, the mission we are playing today is the open war one from the Leviathan core rules, and we're really excited about this mission because we had player place objectives. Tom, we placed them down.
We did.
We had to actually think about it.
We didn't.
Well, we could have done. What was really cool though is
we didn't.
But we didn't. I have to say, I know that it's probably not going to be in like match play or competitive play, but for me personally, I actually think that's a real shame. I know it sounds like such a simple thing, but just being able to like chuck objectives down where I want them to go was really fun. And I placed the blue ones and Tom placed the black ones. And I literally just went, I'm going to stick one in this forest because that looks like an important part of the map. You know, the Genestealers can skulk around in there. It gives them good angles of fire. Holding that forest looks important. And then I stuck another one on this hill because I was like, well, high ground. Naturally, you want to go high ground. And Tom was like, you know what? I'm going to put one on some fucking high ground as well. And so we did. And then we had one sensible one where we were like, okay, we'll put that one in the centre.
I can imagine though if it is like tournaments, just like guard players and tower players just place the projectors here and just stare at each other.
Tier on this side, tier on that side. Well, you know, interestingly, that doesn't.
You're gonna move out?
No. You suck. No, you suck. Actually, what's interesting is you can't do that because you place the objectives before you know where your deployment zone is going to be. So that's why I didn't just go like, I'm going to stick my 2 over here. And Tom didn't just go, I'm going to stick my 2 over here. Because if you end up sticking your first 2 on one side, your opponent might risk it for a chocolate biscuit and start putting his objectives on that side as well. And if he wins the roll-off, he might get the side with all the objectives on. It's like, we are going in with the first wave, like on the attack, like trying to take all the objectives. So it was just, for me, it was so much fun placing down the objectives and actually being able to like not just think about, oh, this is where this one is tactically, but just picking the places that looked fun. Now, I know this is going to sound really sad, but there's one more thing I'm really excited for. And this is kind of like a dude who's excited over his train set. But we're playing on a green board. It's grassy and it's green. It's so beautiful. It's a green planet. A lush planet. A planet hostile to L-shaped ruins as we know it. It just feels so good. You see, I played a game of bot action earlier this week, and I had the bot action mat out and all the terrain out. And when Tom was coming over today, I thought, I'll need to put all that away and get the ruins out. And then I actually just stopped myself and went, wait, no, I don't. This is not 9th edition. This is 10th edition. We actually have half-decent rules for forests, the hills. The hills, Mason, what do they mean? They mean cover. And being able to have, like, this more, I don't know, just like old school retro terrain, like we busted out the OG GW hills, and just being able to like use like forests and trees and stuff. And it sounds crazy, but it just feels nice.
Need some goblin green bases.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually like, you kid, but I'm looking at this board, man, and I'm just thinking, I want to play some retro hammer. That's the vibe I want to embrace with 10th. Like, placing objectives down in cool places, playing on boards which have got terrain that actually looks half decent and half realistic. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. And now the best bit is, my dad can't tell me to go out and touch the grass because the grass is here. I brought the grass inside. Yes. But that's enough pre-game preamble. Go on, Tom. Say the line.
Preamble.
The preamble. Nice. Now we need to determine who's going to go first. Now, I won the roll-off for attacker, and I ended up on this side. And Tom, you had to go on that side because it's fixed deployment zones. But in open war, step 7 is to determine who gets first turn. So you're not guaranteed to go first if you are the attacker in open war. So, Tom, you have deployed the roving dice tray. You have given me a green dice. As my guess, we'd like to roll first.
A 2.
Actually, sir, upon sighting the dice tray, we both roll the same number until the viewers clicked off the video. Hey! So I have to go first. I ain't got no choice. So we will be back at the end of Genestealer Cult movement and command phase, turn 1. Movement phase and command phase, Genestealer Cult, turn 1. In the command phase, I gained a command point.
Woo.
That was it.
Yes.
Moving swiftly on, we then got to the movement phase. Now I advance forward upon sight of the enemy. I advance, sir. That's my style, sir. I move both of my squads forward whilst trying to maintain some semblance of a deep strike screen. But then I brought in the reinforcements. That's right, because the entire Genestealer Cult army has deep strike. I was able to put this full mob of 20. This one man has fallen over drunk. Stop drinking on the job, Jimmy. There we go. That one man, he's got the grenade launch as well, so that's not doesn't bode well. But I could deep strike this entire squad in, and yes, I know it's turn 1, but according to the core rules, there's nothing that says you can't deep strike turn 1 in 10th edition. Strategic reserves, yeah, you little bitch, you gotta wait till turn 2. But deep strike, I'm swinging my big balls around.
Also says nothing about flipping the table.
Nice. So I brought in a big mob. I thought I'll just stick 20 guys on the objective. And if they die, well, doesn't really matter, does it, Tom?
No.
Oh, man. For anyone who's not seen the Genestealer Cult army, you're going to absolutely shit yourself when that comes up. We're going to have a bit of foreboding for now. Have a little bit of foreboding. Foreshadowing. There we are. But that is my movement and command phase. So now it's time to get on to the shooting phase. And you know what? We'll dive right into it. We'll just do this squad on camera, and then we'll do everything else off camera. So this entire unit is going to unleash death into your 6 sisters. All right, now I have I have 4 grenade launchers. And I'm going to fire all of them as the frag mode. And because you have 6 people in your squad, this is 4d3 plus 4. Huh. So that is 3, 6, 8, 9 plus 4. What's that, Tom? That's mathematics.
Brain cogs turn.
Brain cogs turn. It's 13.
Yes.
13. Tom's like, we are smart. we find things that make us go. Little Star Trek reference for you guys there. All right, so it's time to throw down them dice. Hit on 4s. Live by the tray, die by the tray. Okay, so that goes away. But Tom, guess what?
Hit on 4s.
But guess what?
There's one more 3 in there.
There's a 3 in there. Yeah, you're right. Don't worry.
You're trying to cheat in a narrative game.
Guess what, Tom?
Cool.
This is the turn that I arrived from reinforcements.
Okay.
So my entire army has sustained hits when they arrive from reinforcements. So
Right.
I just got 4 extra hits.
Very nice.
Tom's like, why do I even come here? We'd like, pick that dice for me. Put my own dice into my hands for me. We're going to go on 3s now. Oh man, that's a filthy roll. Yes, upon sighting the battle report, I rolled answer. That's my answer.
What's the AP?
There is no AP.
There is no AP.
There is
There is no war in Passing Say.
Yeah, there is no AP. There is only Zool.
If you get that, please put that down in the comments.
Both references even.
Because Tim doesn't know what Passing Say is.
I know the reference.
Do you?
I don't know where it's from, but I've heard of it before.
That is 5 sisters dead.
They don't have 2 wounds.
Nope, they have 1 wound each.
Do your guys come back, Tom?
My Custodes do.
I feel like GW's being a bit mean against sisters, isn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit. So there's 1 sister left.
There's 1 sister.
Now I've got 4 heavy stubbers, Tom. Do you know what they did to heavy stubbers?
No, I don't know what they did.
So they fire 3 shots, but guess what?
What?
They're not heavy, so you hit on 4s. But guess what? They're rapid fire 3 now. So my stubbers now get 6 shots each. This is 1 stubber. I need more dice, please.
How many dice do you need?
I need this twice, so I'll have to do this twice, but I think this might be enough to get the 1 lone sister that's left. What? Miss, but oh look, sustained hit. Do you go back in? I feel strong, Tom. I feel strong. I feel the power of the hive mind overtaking me.
It is a good way.
I am rolling obscenely as well. That's a lot of wounds. Get on that 50! Get on that 50!
AP? Nothing?
AP dash. Ooh.
So dead.
She gave it a damn good go,
She
sir.
failed one, but she's a Genestealer.
They're gonna come in here like before. They're gonna come in here. Oh,
Really
dear.
wanted to show off the execution of Great Blades. Wow! Ah!
This is the mordianglorytv channel. We don't have nice things here. That is my first turn, though.
Yes.
I don't fancy charging Trajan. Actually, I have a few shots to do off camera, but we'll be back. We'll do those in a moment. I don't think I've got much in range. I might do a few long-range pot shots, so we'll be back in just a moment. So the only thing that was in range were the 2 heavy stubbers in this big mob of neophytes, and they unleashed some 50 cal fire into the Sisters of Silence with the bolters, and we were able to plink 1 of them down. Of course, I wasn't in rapid fire range, so it was a lot less firepower. So I feel like the Genestealer cult have kind of shown off there that they're doing what they normally do. They pop up from the ground and they punch you, but if they're having to get in sort of a long-range extended firefight, they do a lot less damage. But that was my first turn. Tom, let's go into Custodes. Turn 1.
Woo!
Turn 1 for the Adeptus Custodes! Yes! Tom, how are you feeling? First game of Custodes in 10th. Are you feeling pretty jazzed? You feeling excited to unleash the golden light of the Emperor?
Yes.
Nice.
I like the other Terminators here with the golden light.
Well, as
And they've been brought down in the golden light of the Emperor. I will cleanse you from this.
Well, you know what, Tom? I know I normally do quite a bit of the commentary, but as the Custodes, they're your boys, aren't they? And your girls. And so, you know what? You take us through what you've done this turn, and you take the lead on commentating your turn here, because I think it's a nice for you to show off your favourite factions. So where do you want to start?
So, I gained a command point. Start my turn.
Yes, you did, sir.
I then moved Trajan up 6 inches towards these filthy Xenos.
Yes, they're hiding in the trees.
Hiding in the trees, man.
Trees are talking Tyranid.
He's trying to take a piss in the bush and a fucking G-Cell just grabs his dick. Like. And then his sisters moved up onto the objective so they can let a few bolt rounds go into their fire Xenos.
Yes, indeed.
And then the golden light of the Emperor came down and dropped 3 Adeptus Terminators.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous. These guys are exceptionally good.
They fuck.
Yeah, they're like, if anyone's like, oh my god, the Custodians like a quarter of their army, one go, no, we didn't.
No, I'm in command.
I'm in command here.
That's right. But yeah, just to let you know, these guys have a ballistic grenade launcher, which is D6, but they also get blast. So
it's better than my grenade launcher.
So it's each guy gets D6 plus 4 shots against a 20-man blob.
Yes.
And they also have their axes that fire as well.
Yes. We might have a product generation in the making, but your equipment is 10,000 years in perfection.
I feel like they might be the opposite of last edition, where they struggled against hordes, and now like just absolutely just like pick up units and stuff.
Eat this.
Well, yes, naturally, that is my movement phase, and I'm going to go into the shooting phase.
You're very excited, aren't you? You're very excited.
I want to release some fucking grenades. Yeah.
he can't control himself, man. He's so excited. So, go on then, slap that Roman dice tray down.
Yeah.
Deploy it.
Yes.
Now, where are you going to go first?
Now, the grenades, the ballistic grenade launchers from the Adeptus Custodians.
Okay.
I'm going to go into that big blob in the forest.
Okay, and the axes?
Big blob in the forest.
Big blob in the forest. Intensify 4 firepower.
Intensify 4 firepower, sir.
Okay.
3d6 shots.
6, but don't worry, that is plus 12. So you still got 18 shots. Nice. Would you like some dice?
Yes.
There you go. I had some in my pocket. I got them dice for you right here. Go hold my pocket. Little prison break reference there.
18 shots.
Yes.
But they're hitting on 2s as well, so it's very nice.
I thought hitting on 4. I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
That, my good friend, is
it's
not
all
a
hit.
single one drop.
Yes!
Yes! The vindication! And the good thing about these as well is that they're strength 4, so these guys are T3, so they'll be wounded on 3s.
Indeed, sir.
Yes.
Can you do it again?
Vindication.
Can you do it again?
I'll fucking do it again.
Oh no!
That's a lot of tears!
And the excitement has drained out of him. It's pooling around the sinkhole right now.
No!
Circling the drain is what I meant.
Is.
Pooling around the sinkhole. I meant circling the drain.
That's 10 wounds at AP -1 though.
Okay, AP -1, but I'm in cover, sir. I am entirely in a forest, so I will be on a 5 up save in total. So 7 have died. Yes, 7 have bitten the dust. All right. Well, we'll keep a little tally of that. So, would you like to continue firing?
Custodian axes hitting on 2s.
Oh, no, that's good. Sadly, how many attacks do you get there?
8.
Why? 3 attacks each or 2?
2 attacks. Sorry, my bad.
He's doing it again!
I'll do
New edition, same Tom.
He tried to fuck me, nasty. Right, 2
Hey! Ironically, that's exactly the same as what you got as before.
Yeah.
The Emperor is guiding you.
And this is strength 5,
So
freeze
freeze again. Oh my god, he's doing it.
My God.
AP, do we know off the top of our head?
It is -1. 2 damage each. There you go.
2 more have died for a total of 9 dead. 9 dead.
All those 2s. I didn't roll particularly well on the D6 shots.
It was but it goes to show how much blast. My opinion.
Blast 'em.
Hot take. I don't know what you think about this, but hot take. I think blast has gone from being the worst rule in 9th to one of the most valuable and important ones in 10th. I think it's the S tier fucking universe
You
special
can
rule.
still shoot blast weapons in combat as well, can't you, with vehicles?
No, that's the one thing you can't do with
Okay.
it. That's the one thing we didn't want to happen.
Right. Trajan's going to fire his axe into these vehicles.
We'll do Trajan. We'll do it all on camera because you've not got that many shots, have you? And it's we're showing off the Custodes here today.
Hits both times.
A couple of cheeky hits.
Now, this will be freeze again, I do believe. Yeah,
Right.
there we go, 2 wounds. Now, this is AP -2, I do believe.
Any 6s? Nope. So 2 will go down.
And then the sisters with their holy bolt carriers. They're just going to go into the squad right here.
You're not enough fire range? Think you might be over 12?
Over 12, under 12. Let's do it live.
Talking sounds to you whilst we do the exciting.
No, they're not. They're just over 12. Let's say. So 4 shots hitting on 3s. That's all right.
Not too shabby.
And I'll wound it on 3s again. That is 2 wounds. Maybe nothing.
Ah, well, 2 more dead.
My God.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Okay, 2 more dead. So what we shall do is I shall remove the casualties from here, and we'll be back, and we'll show off the charge phase.
Yes.
Alrighty, ho, Tom, it's time for some charges. Where do you want to start?
My favourite phase. Yes.
Hey, new edition, new you, man.
New
You might be able to.
Trajan into the vile dreadle.
Okay, just pick that tree up there.
Which tree?
Tree right in front of you.
Oh, this tree. I am blind.
There we go. Carry on. Yes, he's in. He's definitely in.
Thank God. There he is. Right, now for the 9-inch charge.
The 9-inch charge. The fateful 9.
Fateful 9. Brothers, please don't let me down.
Oh!
CP!
Got a CP, baby! Yay! Alright, move those guys in. Do you want to go straight forward?
Standards.
Just exactly what you needed. Not too much, not too little.
There we go.
Cost you a CP, but that's just because they needed a bit of coffee.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You like that? I like that deal.
Yeah.
Right, now where do I want to start with? Now, can you interrupt?
Yes. I can indeed.
Right, now, it is the start of the fight phase, so I do get to pick my stance.
You do get to pick your
Now,
stance.
I do believe I can pick for individual units.
Well, I'll just check.
I will just be... It's 2 seconds.
I did ask you to check before we started recording.
You did.
But this is people. This is just the standards I have to live with. He's gone on standard. This is what I have to deal with.
No, it's just I pick one stance and it affects everyone. So,
There you go. Try cheat again.
Oh, yeah.
I could use this rather than pre-game my back captain.
I'm going to pick Dakotari, which is the sustained hits. So
Excellent.
6 is additional hits.
Indeed, sir.
Very good. And I'm going to start off with Trajan Valores. Yes.
All right. Come on, Trady boy.
Also, going to activate his once per battle ability, so he gets 12 attacks.
So you're not going to keep the invulnerable save in the bag for a cheeky defensiveness.
He doesn't need it.
No.
He's a man of will.
Yeah.
He gets sustained hits, hitting on 2s.
Nice.
There we go. So he misses with 2. So I put 2 go back in, so that's all right.
No, sorry, hits with everything. That's mathematics. So that is statistically exactly what should happen.
That's maths.
Killing on 2s.
Get fucked.
Drop 2, so that's 10 dead. Nice. Just fucking splats 2. Scratch 2.
Scratch 2.
Well, not scratch 2. Scratch 10.
Scratch 2. Now, I will attack with Arrows Custodians. Now, they do have the Slayer of Tyrants rule as well, which is re-roll against characters, I do believe.
Yes, indeed.
So, because that unit is a character unit, do I get that ability?
Well, my unit has a character in it, so I assume that you would get the rerolls. That would make sense to me.
Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets a character, monster, or vehicle unit.
I have a character in there. I think you're good to go.
Okay.
That's the, leader giveth, leader taketh away.
Okay. Interessant. Now, I'm going to actually use my Misericordia on these guys because the axe hits on 3s, whereas the Misericordia hits on 2s, and it's an extra attack as well. And I don't really need the...
So 15 attacks is what you're telling us?
Yes, 15 attacks.
We're going to have to slaughter them.
So hitting on 2s, 6s, sustained hits.
Naturally, sir, I roll no 6s.
Sustained hits. Nice.
They're like, what? You want us to do combat as well? And what are you on, mate? I'm on break.
Right. Now, these guys will be wounded on 3s, but re-rolling the wound roll. Good thing I'm re-rolling the wound roll.
Oh, God, that would have been awful, man.
The plight of a Custodes player.
That's a bit better, right?
There we go. I dropped 2.
So drop 5 in total?
Yes.
So 10?
So 10.
What's the AP?
AP is -2, I do believe.
Double check, because -2 is no save, but -1 is a 6 up.
Yes, -2.
So that's 10 dead. 10 dead from each squad! Very nice. So what we will do is we will remove those casualties, and we'll be back. I'll try and hit you back, but I imagine I probably won't do much damage against your 2 up. My Patriot might do something, but we'll do all my return attacks off camera, and we'll be back at the beginning of Genestealer Cult Turn 2, and a little bit of a summary of Turn 1. Alright, end of Turn 1. The Patriot was able to pile in and get a few attacks on the Custodes. I was able to actually do 3 damage. Interestingly, the devastating wounds was a problem for me, not for Tom. Because I got one regular wound through and that just did 2 damage. And then I got one devastating wound and Tom had 2 4-up chances. Stop it, and he did.
Go on ambulance, go on ambulance.
Not for me. So that's what's left of that unit. A single Bannerman and the Patriarch. And then over here, we've got about 6 guys left over. And they were unable to do any damage to Trajan in close combat. So that was a bit of a whiffer, shall we say. But that is the end of turn 1 for both sides. We've knocked 7 hells out of each other. Tom has lost a squad and a bit, and has taken some damage on the Custodes. I have lost a huge amount of infantry, but it matters not.
Is it 30 infantry in total?
But more than that. Yeah, way more than that. But it matters not, Tom. Do you know why it matters not?
Rise for the revolution.
Because there is endless waves! Endless waves! I'm very ready for this. So we'll be back in Genestealer Cult Command and Movement Phase. So we're in the command phase, and not only do I gain a command point, but there's actually quite a lot to do. So we got one thing wrong in the last turn. We need to see if the Custodes over here become battle shocked. Because yes, they haven't taken a lot of damage, but my Patriarch, he is a cosmic horror. He is a horror from beyond the stars. And technically that happens at the start of the fight phase, but of course if you do fail this when it comes into it starts at the end of the fight phase. But if you fail this when it comes to my command phase, I would hold that objective because your OC would go to 0.
But you need to do a battle shock test as well.
I will do, yes. So maybe no one will hold it.
Maybe
Who knows? Who knows? But let's do your battle shock test first.
Battle shock, 6 up. Fail it.
You failed it. So you're like, what the hell is that thing, man? We gotta get out of here. They got a prone, man. All right, so now I need to do my leadership test.
He's failing morale. What is this?
It's not on the tracer. I failed it too. I think I did actually. 1 minute. Talk with yourselves. I know that the neophytes will have failed it. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, I failed it.
Which means if you want to fall back, you have to do a desperate breakout.
That is true. I will need to do a desperate breakout.
Battle shock over here as well?
Yes, battle shock over here, indeed. There, okay.
There you go.
Nice. So what I'm going to do...
I see Trajan like, this guy's a bitch!
Everyone's shit themselves over here. Actually, I just need to check something quickly. I know I'm doing a couple of live takes here, but we'll just do it whilst we're here. Call icon. That's the reinforcement step. Okay. So I can't... What I was saying is I was wondering if I could regrow some extra guys before falling back, but I can't. So, but we're not out of the command phase yet. Because I now hold 2 objectives. I hold this one and I hold this one. Which means...
Nobody controls that one.
Nobody controls this one, which is wild. But because I've got neophytes in range of 2 objectives, that means I have 2 chances to generate an extra command point on a 4+, a plan of generation in the making. So I definitely get it. So what's interesting about that rule is I don't... even if you roll like 3 or 4 ups, you only ever get 1 extra command point. You just get more chances to pull that command point off. So then we go into my movement phase. Now, the first thing I need to do is decide if I'm going to fall back. Now, I think I'm going to stay in combat with Trajan. No, there's absolutely no point staying in combat with Trajan. That's fine. So I'm going to fall back with Trajan. From Trajan, just go to hold the objectives. Oh no, I've knocked the tree over. We were saying off camera how maybe, it's nice playing with the old school terrain, but you do remember all the things getting knocked over and falling over and stuff. So I'm going to fall back there, and it's real risky falling. Actually, it's not risky at all.
Why not?
Because if I die, I'll just come back.
But the Patriarch.
He's a bit shit anyway, though, isn't he? So I will fall back with that squad. Damn, I really wanted one guy to die. Sadly, one guy didn't die. So I'm just going to fall back to about here. Nothing too special. And then that's my... So then I need to see if my guys come back. So I'm not near... I don't control this objective. Oh, hang on. I can do this. No,
Actually,
I can't.
No, I would control it because I'm nearest to it.
You've got an OC of 0.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you got to, no one controls it. So what's going to happen is I've still got some more, like, I'll move these guys off camera in a second. They're just going to move forward and do some shooting over here. But now I've done my other bits of movement. I need to see if my guys come back. Now, over here, I can use the cut icon and I can just return 3 guys. I don't get any more than that, no less, but I get a set 3. So we'll bring back the seismic cannon and another seismic cannon, and we'll bring back a heavy stubber. Now, of course, I can't shoot any of this stuff now, but they've regrown, which is nice. But over here, because I hold an objective, I actually get to regrow D3 plus 3. And I get 5 guys back. So that will be some like special weapons and probably the sergeant that's going to come back. So we'll get those models back on the board. We'll move my Genestealers forward and we'll start shooting. All right, so as you can see, the squads have started to regrow and we actually gained 8 free models this turn. Just cause.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate. But now I've just got a tiny bit of shooting and then we're going to get into, that'll be my turn. I'm not going to do any charging this turn. So I'm going to start off by blasting everything from this squad into these Terminators. Now, can you regrow these Terminators?
Yes.
How do you regrow them?
2 CP, bring 1 back.
2 CP. And you can do that every turn? Or is it once per game?
I think it's once per unit.
Ah, okay. So it is worth me grinding away here. I should mention, by the way, guys, I did control 2 objectives at the start of the turn, so that will get me 2 victory points. Now, let's go for some shooting here. Now, I've got a bunch of rifles. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rifles here. So we're going to try and plink off that 1 wound.
Blink.
Now, what I'm going to do here is... I'm just going to have a quick check. I'm going to have a quick check. Just keep doing it live whilst we're here. So it takes me a moment. I think I might do a stratagemer. I can do this. It doesn't have to be ones that have come in for deep strike. I'm going to spend 2 CP, please. And I'm going to pick 2 units to get +1 to wound against this squad. Now, obviously, only 1 unit will be able to shoot, so I'll pick this one and this one.
Can you fall back and shoot?
No, but it doesn't matter. They've not shot yet.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pick this and this. They're not going to do anything, and they're just going to get +1 to wound against you here. All right. So that's 2 CP for me, please.
Yes, I've marked it down for your turn.
Excellent, excellent. All right, we're going to unleash a hail of AK-47 fire. Now, sadly, I don't have sustained hits this time because I didn't derive from deep strike. But that is still pretty good. So this is just the little auto guns. Now, winning on 5s now because of my +1 to wound. I don't know if I said +1 to hit before, but I meant +1 to wound if I said +1 to hit. 4 wounds, sir. 4 2-ups.
4 2-ups. Light of the
Come on. Yeah.
Takes 1.
So 1 dies. All right. And then I'm going to hit you with the mining lasers.
The lasers of the mine.
Then like mining lasers. I have got 2 hits. That's pretty spicy. I'm going to be winning on 2s. Okay, that's pretty good. 2 4-ups more than likely, whatever invulnerable save is. You failed 1, sir.
Damage.
D6 plus 1. I'm going to use a CP.
Very good.
I got CP to burn, bitch. Yeah! Scratch 1 flat top. And then I've got 2 crack grenades. Just the 1 hit, sir.
Just the 1 hit.
We'll be wounding you on 2, though, sir. Naturally, sir. That's the thing. There we go. That's my shooting. That's my turn.
Very good.
So I'm glad I killed 2, because that means if you bring 1 back, I actually achieved something.
We're doing something.
Unlike you, who's just like regrowing fucking Genestealers. It's like, just die, you little bitch. It's like, you cannot kill an idea, Mr. Creedy. The idea of revolution. So that's turn 2 for the Genestealers. Let's go into your turn 2 for the Custodes. So we're about to go into Custodes turn 2, but we've just realised something. The cosmic horror. I'm still a cosmic horror. So even though I'm not in combat with you, because you're within 6 inches of my patriarch, you have to take a battle shock test.
I do.
So off you go. You've passed.
I have passed.
You've passed.
There we go.
Okay. But
Second
now we go
boss.
into your command phase, and you blow half strength. You've got to take another battle shock test. Ah. Ah.
Yay! Now I'm going to spend a CP.
Yay! And you're going to bring back a Terminator from Golden Light. He descends.
Golden light they come.
So I mean, I can't even complain that you're bringing Terminators back, bro. I brought like a squad of 3 dudes back. You get to bring 1 guy back this game. So
Temp is turned into the edition where it's just like, just bring shit back.
well, I think they're making it like a video game where you can like build units, like a classic RTS. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to make it more mainstream, aren't they? It's a T-sport, not an e-sport.
I know what you mean, but I do feel like it's going to get very tedious like later on.
We're looking at all these like regrowing rules, and it's like match play, no respawning.
You know what?
Genestealer
Genuinely,
can't play.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were a tournament rule that said after turn 3 you can't respawn or something. Because if it gets to turn 5 and you're still having to put in effort and think
Into deploying
it's
units.
like, oh,
Or they'll make everyone cost like 20 points for like a guardsman and stuff like that. You know. Right, that's your command phase. So any movements, sir?
yes, I'll start shuffling along. You know, pining for the fields, as they'd say.
Nice. Moving Trajan over here.
Trajan over here.
Do some precise measuring.
Precise measuring, as always, and then moving these guys over. I'll move these guys over yonder.
Into the forest. You're taking the ever important forest.
Yes. And the sisters are doing it for themselves, yeah!
They're staying on the hill, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so that's your movement. Shall we continue into shooting?
Shooting! Trajan, 2 shots into this.
All right then.
All right then. 2 shots into those girls. Those boys, girls.
Well, I'm
People
equal
of all
opportunists. We're
ages.
equal opportunists in the Genestealer cult. Many of them are men, women, children. They've got 3 arms, 4 arms, no arms. Everyone's welcome in the Genestealer cult.
Best child soldiers over the age of 5.
Exactly. Everyone can serve in the Day of Ascension, man. That's how it works.
2 wounds.
The old, the young, the fat, the fit, the weak. Everyone can help. And especially when the Tyranids turn up, you know, everyone can go into reclamation pools and be remade in the Emperor's Angels images. So there you go, man.
You've really swallowed the Kool-Aid, haven't you?
Oh, 100%, man. Welcome to Genestealer Cult Glory. So was it 2?
2.
2 dead?
AP2.
Ooh, I wouldn't be in a forest. Ooh, just the 1 dead. It's not enough time. You need to kill him quicker.
Do you know what? My favourite thing at the minute is, have you played Bolt Gun yet?
No, I'm going
Right,
to.
so if the cultists come up to you and stuff, and it's got like their toughness at the top, and it's
Right.
followed the game, and it's like it says cultist champion, and then as soon as you put 1 bolter shot into it, it goes it explodes, and it's like, yes, but it's like it's so good, like you're just tear ripping into.
Nice. I mean,
Just
how's it
classic
taken us
Doom.
like what 30 years to get a 40k Doom game, man? How's it
It's so stupid how long it's taken. And it's great because you've just got this ultra where you're going, "For the Emperor!"
Yes!
And then if you stand still for long enough, the Codex Astartes comes up and you're just reading it. It's
Nice.
it's really good.
I gotta get myself Volgun, man.
You do, it's really good. Right, now for the Terminators and their ballistic grenade launchers! Yes!
Where are you going to fire? Into the original target or the
Into
fresh
the
wave?
Supreme Patriarch.
The Supreme Patriarch? Yes.
Yes. Right, D6 shots each. Are they 5-man unit?
They are not, sir.
They are not! No!
Double 1, baby. Ah.
Vindication.
I was ready for that snake eyes.
I need more dice off you, sir.
I have some. I got them in my pocket. Here you go.
Just should leave them. Oh my god.
Just
My
like
god.
I got them in my got a fresh pocket for you right here. If you have not seen Prison Break, it's going to come across real creepy.
Tweena, oh Tweena.
There we go.
Right, hitting on 2s.
Ha! You miss, sir.
You can.
You awesome knave.
Right, and then this will be wounding on 3s.
Indeed.
Yes, it'll be wounding on 3s, I do believe. But because your Patriarch is in there, I do believe I get to reroll the wound roll.
I believe so, sir. Excellent.
That is a fun miss.
Okay, so I'm going to have to do the first 4 at a time because these are AP1.
AP1.
I will save 2 because of the cover.
Yes.
And then I've got to do another 2 now. Oh, shit me. And then I've got to do another 1. And so now I've got 1 more to do on the Patriarch himself. Okay, so the end result of all that flim-flam.
The reason I was asking is because, obviously, if I'm wounding just the unit on freeze or whether I'm wounding the Patriarch.
Oh, no, the Patriarch gets their toughness until he's on his own. Yeah,
that makes
like I
sense.
said, leader giveth, leader taketh away.
Right. Now for the Stellar Maxes. 2 shots each. Wait, what's it? 2
That was 3 dice. We look for things that make us go.
My God.
Do you have sustained hits for some reason?
No. It's only a melee.
Very good.
Wounding on... This is strength 5. 4, 5.
Well, 1s or 2s ain't doing it, but the 3 is a good point. What strength is it?
It might be... I think it's either 4 or 5.
It's not going to work either way because I am toughness 5.
That's fine.
So you need at least a 4.
That's fine. Sweet.
So it balances off his big Genestealer brain.
Yes. Right. Trajan has shot. Now for the Psychers, the Sisters of... The Sisters of Silence, yes.
Well, you're doing a voice, but surely they'd just be like this.
I was waiting for us to carry on for about 15 minutes.
I wasn't going to do it for that long. I'm not going to Family Guy this and make the
like-
joke to like drag on for ages.
God, my headset's got a bit.
We should have, you know what we should have done? We should have been like, it's going to be like this, and then you like just like, you roll the dice and I roll the dice. We just don't say anything, do you know what I mean?
I have my Sisters Patrol.
We've missed out on
Just
opportunity
box
there.
clicks.
Oh.
Right, so hit on freeze into these guys.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't do anything about it. Oh.
Snake guys.
So that'll be a shooting phase. So what we're going to do is we'll roll your fight phase off camera because we've seen what these guys can do in combat already. So we'll roll them off camera and we'll just be back with the final casualties.
Yes, but first, charge phase.
Charge phase,
I need
indeed.
to see if I make the charge. God. God, you can.
Okay.
Knave. Right, so they're not going to charge in the Patriarch. They're going to charge into that neophyte squad.
Are you sure?
Big brain.
Because Patriarch doesn't come back.
Okay, I'll charge into the Patriarch. Fine. God, you're boring.
Well, it's not a bad call because these guys could potentially
Well,
upset.
if
You
you
know
let
what I
me
mean?
charge into both, then that's fine.
Charge both if you like.
Because it would have been like equidistant.
You can charge into both. With a charge roll of 8, I'm pretty lenient.
There we go.
I'm a generous god.
I'm a generous god.
All you need to do
Now Trajan is
suck
going
my cock.
Trajan's going to charge all the way into the... No, he's going to charge into those guys. There we go, he's definitely...
Nice. Excellent. So we'll just be back with the final casualties. But the first thing I need to do, Tom... Battle Thug! Cosmic Horror! Start the fight phase! Oh, you passed either way, man. I'm like, happy to accept the double 6. You're super brave.
Super brave.
All right, so we'll be back at the end of turn 2 for Custodes, going into turn 3 for the GSC. All right, that Custodes fight phase was a bit odd. Trajan killed 1 man. Well done, buddy. This Custodes killed 1 man. Well done. And then technically, this guy killed 1, but it was the Patriarch.
He just looked at Trajan, the other terminal fluff, and went, oh, for fucked, and just like jabbed his axe right into the Patriarch.
This guy is actually just 2 Sister Silence in a trench coat. And this is like Trajan's body double from the guard. This is the actually only Custodes that's on the battlefield right now.
This is Alfarius.
That is Alfarius, yeah. Now, that is the end of your fight phase, end of your turn. Going into the Genestealer cult turn, my command phase, I've got a couple of little bits I need to do. Firstly, I've got a battle shock test to make. So we'll deploy the roving dice tray. Now, I've failed that, but that's all right, because I'm going to spend 1 CP for insane bravery, which means that I just pass.
Yeah, because morale matters.
Nice. And the reason that's important is because it means I then get to have these 2 objectives, which means I gain 2 victory points.
Yes.
And I have this objective as well, because I've got more OC than
So
you.
you get 3.
So I get 3 victory points. So I'm currently on 5 to your
2.
1, 2.
1. No. Yes, it's 1.
Because you haven't had your turn 3 yet.
No.
Yeah. So obviously you might go up from that, but just right now it's 5-1. That means I'm going to regrow over here with my icon. I don't even need to roll for it, so I'll just get the guy back that you killed. Very nice. And I will get D3 plus 3 back over there for another 5 back into that squad. So we'll just put a little 5 and we'll return those in a moment. And then I'm doing this and doing sort of my movement and command phase kind of combined here, but it's all gravy, baby. And then I've got a couple of chances to regrow command points, of which I regrow 1. So that insane heroism was basically free. Now, interestingly, this is actually pretty much going to be my turn, because what I'm going to do is just fall back and not do anything else. Okay. Because I just don't want to die.
Are you not going to regrow a dude? I
can't regrow my squad yet, because I do that in your reinforcement step. Okay.
Very good.
So I'm actually going to stay in combat with you over here.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to go up in the sky.
Okay.
All right.
I forgot about that.
Well, I didn't. So yeah, that's basically that. So that was essentially my turn, because that's just going to be a slap. I'm not going to do any damage to you. I might have like one guy left. They're just going to fall back and hold fall back around the objectives. And that'll be my difficult turn 3. Pretty quick one.
Yep.
So we'll be back once I've done all that little bit of moving around, and we'll go straight into Custodes turn 3 as well.
Yes.
All right, so that was a pretty uneventful Genestealer cult turn. We literally just did this combat off camera. 4 Genestealer cults have survived, which is pretty important. It means these guys can't go back into the sky. The Custodes, people might be confused. I'm talking about people going back underground. For once, I'm not talking about the cult. I'm talking about the Golden Boys, because they have a once per game ability where, as long as they're not in engagement range, at the end of their opponent's fight phase, they can teleport up. So I was willing to sacrifice 6 of my own men, potentially even the whole squad, just to deny you from doing that.
Yes.
Which is pretty big.
Pretty good.
All right. But obviously we fell back from trading, so nothing happened there. That's my turn. Going into the Custodes turn, you're going to gain another victory point because you still hold this objective, but my objective control here outdoes yours. I don't battle shock until my next turn, and I out objective control Trajan, so it's just a single victory point for you. You're killing, and you're actually getting through the horde pretty impressively.
Survive.
It's just you're struggling on points.
Yes.
But we shall see what happens in Custodes turn 3.
We shall see.
Custodes command and movement phase turn 3. Command phase, you just gain a command point, right? Nice. And that you nodded, Tom, but the viewer can't see you nodding. So I need verbal confirmation.
The viewer hasn't seen your shit, so it's just.
So these guys stayed here,
Yeah.
and he stayed here,
Yeah.
and they moved forward,
Yeah.
and these guys popped up. Oh, Jesus, the cult is so busted, man. So what happened was my cult ambush kicked in. Because Tom had killed one of my squads, I got to place a little cult icon down. And I placed it down here, but my guys don't come, even though they died in Tom's, turn 1, turn 2, I couldn't bring them back until later, because I only get to bring them back in Tom's reinforcement step. But I only need 1 man in my 20-man block to touch the blip. So 1 guy touches the blip, and then I use the coherency, making sure everyone is in range of at least 2 of the models. And I conga lined all the way over here, and I took his objective off him after he moved off it. Because someone was like, well, I'll just move off it because I won't be able to hold it anyway. You're going to shoot me off. And I was like, wrong, I'm just going to steal it. Look at that face. Do you know what he said to me on camera? He was like,
it's just not fun. It's just not fun.
Do you know what he said to me on camera? He was like, why can't you collect normal armies? Why can't you be normal? Screeches autistically.
Just like, I just want to have some fun games.
Custodes just want to have fun.
It's fun like killing with the Custodes, but as I said to you in terms, I was like, Just have no holding power, do they? Like,
Do you want to know what else I'm going to do, though, bro?
oh, there we go.
So, it's the end of your movement phase, right?
Yeah.
You move these guys at the end.
Yeah.
I'm going to play 1 CP for Overwatch. And this entire blob that regrew in my turn is going to Overwatch you.
Very good.
And I'm in rapid fire range with all my heavy stubbers.
Yeah.
Tom had such hope for 10th edition. You were the chosen one! You were meant to make the game fun, not leave it in darkness! So this is the first 2 stubbers. Well, I'm gloating, but I got no hits. I should have got at least 2 then. Alright, let's try again. Let's try. This is where I get nothing and it's just a complete waste of time. But I'm just like there, like wanking myself off for no actual result. But if I had 4 flavors in this squad... Oh, sorry, live by the trade, die by the trade. So I got 3 hits from the stubbers. And then I've got my 3 grenade launchers. 4 grenade launchers, sorry. But obviously there's only 4 people in your squad, so it's just 4d3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. So 6 more grenade launcher shots. Sadly, no hits there. And then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rifle shots in rapid fire range. So there's the first 6. No. And there's the second 6. 1 more. Okay, so I actually haven't done very well. I should have hit a lot better than that. I got 1 less. I rolled pretty badly, but it is what it is.
The dice gods show your chicanery.
They did. It is going to be 3 wounds from the stubbers, and it's going to be a wound from the auto gun. So it's not over. You're not out of the woods yet. If you roll a whole boatloads of 1s and 2s here, nope. But I still killed 1. Can't complain. I killed a guy. I got a girl, I should say, in your turn for free, essentially.
Yeah.
Can't complain. All right, Tom. Do you want to do your turn?
Yeah.
No, I want to go home.
Yeah. So Trajan's just going to shoot into the squad here.
Okay, couple of shots.
2 shots.
Hey.
2 hits. That is 1 wound.
I need a 5-up save because we're both in the forest. Yep, fine.
Then the sisters are going to fire into these dudes again as well.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god, it's 6 shots because you're not fire range.
Oh god.
Do you know what? Just start again because you completely missed the giant dice tray. He's shaking. Arms, knees weak. Shaking. Arms are sweaty. There's vomit on his sweat already. Morty and spaghetti.
Hits and it is
2 wounds. Okay. Oh, now I'm doing it. 1 dice. We got 1, Sarge. We got 1. Amazing.
Right,
and then it's going to be combat.
Yeah, charge phase. So
I'll tell you what, as a tradition...
I'll just keep going.
Just keep going? You want to keep going?
Long take. Trajan into them. He's in. Sisters into them.
1 long take. I do try and make shorter cuts to make it easier for editing, but
okay.
if you want to do a long take,
long
we'll
take,
go
long
for
take,
it.
Baby, long take, baby. And they failed it. I'm going to still CP it, and they're in as well.
Okay. That's nice. Well, do you just want to be back once the axe has stopped swinging, or do you want to keep going?
I will keep going. So
he wants to show you. Do it live!
See my piss poor dice roll.
Do it live! Custodian Trajan needs an audience.
I should have declared it.
You are in sustained hits mode, yeah. Look, he's much better when he's got an audience, man. He's doing great.
2s.
So that'll be 7 dead.
7 dead.
We'll just
and then the sisters get 2 attacks each.
Nice.
6. Hitting on a freeze. Okay, so 4 misses.
Not ideal.
And this is strength 3, so it'll be 4s. That's 2 wounds, AP nothing.
Bit more ideal. That's another 1 dead. So a total of 8 of my blokies have died.
You fight first over here.
I do indeed. Wowza, Rooney. No hits.
Brilliant. Okay, so
amazing.
I'm just going to swing my axes, because why not? A bit of fun.
4 candles.
So hits on freeze. Lovely fun.
Wow. You should have gone for the busier courtiers. That's not too bad.
And it'll be ranging on 2s.
Dead.
But do you want to know something? The Castellan axes are only AP -1.
Lol what?
Strength 9.
Lol what?
Yep.
So, if I roll an obscene amount of 6s, nope, they're all dead. That's all right, Tom. I'll just put a blip down. Where's my blip? You know what? I got a blip right here. I'll put it somewhere safe. Yep. There you go.
Well, your attack's back, but
I need to remove my casualties and stuff.
Yes, you do.
So I'll remove my casualties. I'll do my attacks back, and we're back in mode. We've got a cat. I think this is the first viewing we've had of Loki on the chat. It's always Kyla that's normally the floozy coming on. This is the second cat. Hello. Lieutenant Loki. Hello. This is the smelly one. He's normally very, very shy, but he's got to know Tom.
Very brave today.
Yeah, he's got to know Tom, so he's started being a lot more brave. Do you want a little sniff? Yeah. Oh, you're a good boy, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, you're making biscuits? Yeah, well done. You ruined the battle mat with your claws. Well done. Go on then, mate.
Anyway, back at the end of Custodes Turn 3.
And once we had removed the Genestealer cult casualties, there's just a bunch of neophytes around Trajan. I decided to kill going from this way to this way and keep these guys because I want the cult banner so I can keep regrowing guys. And that is the end of turn 3. And Tom has decided that the line has ended.
Flee for your lives!
Tom has decided to concede the game. So we'll explain why in a moment, but we'll shake hands first. Good game, sir.
Good game.
Well fought. I think if I hadn't been able to regrow so many guys, that would have been very much in your favour. But essentially, the reason why Tom has decided to concede is because at the end of turn 3, he has 2 victory points and I have 5. And going into turn 4, which is going to be the difficult turn 4, I'm literally going to take these 20 guys and kill those 3 sisters.
Yeah.
And when that happens, Tom basically has to leave those 2 Terminators on that objective just to get any points. So he'll gain a point a turn in his turn 4 and his turn 5, meaning you'll end up on 4 in total. So even if I don't score any more points, I'd still win by a point. But considering in my turn 4, I'm going to get 2 victory points. I'm going to hold this one, and I'm going to still out OC Trajan. That means I'm on 7.
Yeah, and you're going to regrow another 20 guys. And...
Another 10. Another 10. So yeah, and I put my blip down here so he can't get his Terminators over here to stop the blip. So another 10 Genestealers are going to come back.
Down.
Exactly. And those 10 Genestealers have got like mining laser stuff, which as we saw are more than capable of popping a couple of Terminators in a turn. So the end result is basically, even if, Trajans literally can't kill these guys quick enough as well. That's another thing. Like he can kill he's killing 4 a turn and I'm regrowing 5 a turn. So he's been in combat with them since turn 1.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't and he's double fought essentially once. And he still hasn't hacked through them. And he's had fire support and he's had combat support from other units as well. And they're still regrowing. No matter how many he cuts down, more are summoned by the cult icon. So sadly, it looks like the Custodes are going to absolutely achieve horrendous kill to death ratios. I mean, I think they're probably going to be easily on 4 or 5 kills to death.
It makes sense once that got into combat with it. It's just picking stuff up, but it's like
it doesn't matter.
And obviously, I've only lost 1 actual custodian.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But God, it's just a bunch of
it's a slog.
It's like I'm swinging, yeah, and again.
We'll go into your final thoughts. Say your final thoughts now.
Yeah.
Go on, you start. What were you thinking?
Just Custodes, they feel like Custodes, but they just can't hold on to objectives, which is weird because that's what Custodes used to do. They used to just sit on objectives and be like, ha! But now it's like if you have a group of infantry, they're just going to not be able to do anything.
It's kind of a weird one as well because if I couldn't regrow, this game would have been over in your turn 1.
Yeah.
So it's like I needed to bring back my crappy troops.
Yeah.
But by bringing them back, I'm winning the game.
Yeah.
But if I can't bring them back, I just lose the game.
Yeah.
It's a really weird it's weird, man.
It's a bit like so it's enjoyable, but I still feel like even though I'm killing stuff, I'm not doing anything.
You're just rolling dice for no end result.
I'm sure you're feeling like that against just rolling against Custodes. It's like I'm not actually doing anything against them, but I'm scoring points.
Yeah.
So
It literally was. I actually really enjoyed that game because for me it was really cinematic where like the Custodes are coming in and they're killing stuff, but as far as the Genestealer Code are concerned, these guys were all expendable. We drew you in, we made you commit your resources, and then a plan, a generation in the making, and we took the higher ground. Yes.
It was nice to see what the Terminators can do.
Oh, they were really powerful, man. You were saying you got 20 at home.
Yeah, I think. I had a 9th edition Orc Terminator list, which I was going to run at a time. But
they laughed at you.
They laughed at me. But,
they're not laughing now.
But yeah, definitely using like the grenade launchers as like wave clearing tools and stuff. Like you don't really need to get into combat when you've got that much just DACA on your wrist essentially, and you can just go up and come down and stuff. Because if anything gets into combat with you, they're gonna like die unless it's like, a chaff unit of 20 or whatever. But yeah, Terminators are fun. Trajan's decent. I like Trajan. Didn't get to see what the sisters did, but sisters are just sisters, just fine. It's cool.
Just like kind of like Terminators or sort of sisters of battle, aren't they?
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I do like sisters. I just like the aesthetic of them, to be fair.
Yeah. For me, your man of the match was obviously the Terminators. My man of the match, it's just got to be the neophyte squads. Specifically, the one I think I'm going to give it to. I'm going to give it to this squad here. This one mob that just held Trajan down and locked down half of your decent combat potential for the entire game. We'd get to turn 5 and they'd still be there.
Trajan's on him, like, defending all
Yeah.
It does look proper cool, though, cinematic of, like, Trajan just on top of this hill cleaving, like, endless hordes of Genestealers. Like, that's cool.
It's really badass, man.
And also, just a quick, like, obviously... final thought of the game.
Yeah.
I sat down and I looked at the board and went, the board just looks so nice.
It's green.
I know it's like not, it's not like, I don't know, tabletop tactics levels of like cool, but like
we're cool, man.
But this,
we're cool.
Like, just playing on like a green board, having a bit of difference rather than just L-shaped ruins. Here's some crates.
Yeah, I'm so done with L-shaped ruins, man. Like I'm so glad that we can play. Now that we've got proper forest rules and hill rules, that we can actually bust out the OG terrain, stuff we normally reserve for things like bolt action, and we can actually use it, and it made sense because we had how many times we did cover come over and over here, and like over here as well, like the forest and the hills, they actually mattered. They weren't just aesthetic things that didn't actually do anything.
It's cool.
It was very cool. All right, and on that note, we'll finish today's battle report. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it a lot, make sure you like, subscribe, and if you want to see more content like this and support us, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. It really is the lifeblood of the channel. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed today's battle report, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.